And now we're going to go to Bret Baier, Fox News chief political anchor. Bret, we'll get your thoughts on the primaries first, and then we'll go to the horrific tragedy in Texas. But what are you seeing so far in these primary races? Any surprises?
Not a ton of surprises, but just let's bounce around a little bit. The governor's races. First, Georgia, it was not even close with Kemp taking this. In fact, look at these counties. These are all Kemp counties. It's not clear that Perdue is going to win a single county here. You heard Aisha mention the race in Alabama. It does appear that Ivy is moving forward, but whether she gets over that 50% mark, that is a real question. Let's go out here to the House races. You just heard about the House race in Texas, Congressional District 28. This is a big deal for Cisneros, who's the progressive, to be up like this. We've got 77% in. Cuellar, a moderate, well-liked in the district, but the progressives went after him. So the squad, I'm talking AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Bernie Sanders went out there. Cuellar is one of, if not the last in the House, pro-life Democrat. And he's at risk of possibly losing this particular race. And then as we take a look at the Senate races, it wasn't even close here for Herschel Walker. That is a walk. He goes now up against Raphael Warnock, which should be an interesting race, to say the least. You have the update in Pennsylvania, which is fascinating. We are still at roughly, just under 1,000 votes with Mehmet Oz leading. And as of tonight, all of the counties are said to be in, and there are some provisional ballots. There are a few military ballots, but it does not appear to be anywhere close to the number that McCormick would need to overturn that. Now, the recount, 0.5%, it's allowed, it's triggered, but McCormick could concede before that. Out of the last 6 recounts in the state of Pennsylvania, statewide, 3 were waved off by the opponent, said, no, you don't have to do it. 3 that went forward increased the lead for the person going in. So it costs about $1.5 million to do the recount. We'll see what happens in Pennsylvania in probably a couple days. Laura?
Bret, the news that it's not, I guess it's not all that surprising, that Texas Attorney General's race, NBC News, other outlets, I guess we're also reporting now that George P. Bush is the first Bush, I guess, to lose statewide office ever in Texas to Ken Paxton. Again, the Bush star power is still very strong in Texas, but Paxton was able to hold off that challenge.
And he was endorsed by former President Trump. Paxton kind of won that easily over George P. Bush, who was the land commissioner in Texas. The other surprising one went the other way. It looks like in Georgia, the Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, is going to win that contest. Not over yet, but it looks like it's heading that way. And he obviously was targeted by the former president who supported his opponent. So it's a mixed bag tonight. But overall, former President Trump still obviously has a big lead as far as his endorsements and win-losses. Tonight's big loss, though, was obviously Georgia, where the incumbent Brian Kemp went on to win.
And the Secretary of State loss, that's a big one as well. But I think you're right. On the ledger, it goes the other way. All right, Bret, thank you. Great to see you tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.